But if we can restore the flow of water through the Everglades, those habitats will migrate more naturally. It will allow those animals associated with them to migrate with those habitats in kind. Now, there are some very specialized and unique habitats of coastal forests that are next to the mangroves that many feel might not be able to survive. So we might see some local extirpation of plants and specialized habitats that may result in loss of species. And I think that's anticipated globally, certainly with climate change. As we have habitats moving up mountainsides as things get warmer, that we see the same things along the coast with sea level rise as things get saltier and wetter.
Yes, definitely. And one of the ways that we can make people aware of what's going on is the Everglades has actually created a literacy program where you work with the local schools. Can you talk a bit about this?
Yeah, this is really an exciting effort for our organization, and really was the genius of our board of directors, who recognized that we're an organization that's been working to advance Everglades restoration for more than 20 years. And they realized that many of our efforts that are science-based, but more advocacy-oriented, more policy-oriented, we were really going through this cycle of the same things every year in order to get the funding that we needed. And they thought, we've been doing this for more than 20 years. And just think, if we had educated a cohort of students 20 years ago, they would be entering the job market today and would have a much better understanding of why this is important.
Absolutely.
So 5 years ago, we implemented a K through 12 Everglades literacy program, which is really about environmental education. It's understanding the importance of water, understanding habitats, understanding the connection to our economy, the chemistry, the history. There's so many facets to this program that we've now gotten into more than 20 school districts across the state of Florida. We've trained close to 4,000 teachers in the state, and we've reached over 100,000 students, and we continue to grow. And this Everglades literacy program, it's really exciting because what it does, it at a minimum for the state of Florida, it puts the Everglades on the map, like the Grand Canyon, like these other national icons, these places that we all know and we can point to on a map, and now we have the same for the Everglades, and we expect to see great benefit from that 20 years from now into the future, with a generation of professionals that understands why protecting our environment is important.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Yes. And if you are, as your tenure as a senior ecologist for the foundation, I just have to ask you, what is the most incredible sight you have ever seen in the Everglades?
Oh, I've seen some shocking things. I've seen some just really small and amazing things. Just being in a mangrove forest and seeing just orchids growing in the trees and proliferating. So you're in this really harsh, salty environment, and you come across this big cluster of native butterfly orchids, and they're all in bloom. And that was fascinating. The little things like spiders and snakes and crocodiles. The habitat itself is amazing. And one of my favorite places is just being out on Florida Bay. This is the watered body between the Florida Keys and the southern tip of the peninsula. And the colors there are just stunning. And there are times where you can't see the horizon. It's like the sky gives way to the water, and you just look out, and it's disorienting, but it's really special, spectacular.
Yeah. I've heard people say that, and yeah, it's a such a unique environment. Do you feel better about the future of the Everglades since you now directly work to protect and restore it?
Not not because of me, but I certainly feel better because of the progress that I
Right.
have witnessed, and really it's in large part uh, because of organizations like the Everglades Foundation, the successes that we've seen, the really the change in perception
Mm,
among our elected officials, seeing now that they are talking about climate change, seeing now that they are talking about the connection between our environment, our health, and our economy. That gives me great hope. And also seeing the success of restoration that we've made. We have some projects that are near completion
mm,
and are far enough along that we're seeing the habitats rebound from a degraded to a much healthier condition. All of that gives me great hope, and along with that comes a recognition that the Everglades is never going to be what it once was. We're not going to get all of that back that we drained, and even that is still considered Everglades may not ever look like it did historically, but we
mm.
can improve the functionality of this ecosystem. And in some cases, it's through prostheses, like building a storage reservoir to hold water for when the Everglades needs it. And that helps us to recreate the natural flows and water levels that the Everglades needs in order to survive. So I do have a lot of optimism, and it's been in large part because of the successes we've seen.
Um, in a couple of minutes, in 2 minutes, can is there anything you wish the residents of Florida would do to help protect the Everglades? I mean, what would it be? It's a great part of the world. What would you like to say to them?
Well, I think there are a few things, and certainly, as an organization that runs on support of donors and contributors, that goes a long way.
Hmm.
We're a small organization, but we are powerful in terms of our work that's backed by science that really helps to move policy. So support certainly matters, but I would say your voice matters, and
Mm.
understanding these issues. And check us out, evergladesfoundation.org. Follow us on social media. We have fun stuff, entertaining stuff, but we also have a lot of hard-hitting types of newsletters and facts that we push out. So becoming educated on this, engaging your elected officials on it, engaging your neighbors, your family
Hmm.
on this, and understanding that our water comes from the Everglades. If you live in South Florida, your water comes from this ecosystem,
Um,
and just knowing how it connects to our everyday lives.
and are there volunteer opportunities to help out as well?
Well, we don't
Maybe.
have volunteer opportunities within our
Right.
organization, but we do have some internship opportunities for
Great.
undergraduate students. We offer graduate student fellowships for science, and we have a number of partner organizations that work with us that do, including groups like Tropical Audubon here in Miami. uh, Sierra Club, other
Super.
groups also have volunteer opportunities that I would encourage folks to check out.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Oh, Dr. Davis, thank you so much for being on Yin Yoga Lifestyle today. And of course, one of the questions I have to ask you is, have you ever tried yoga? Yoga
I
in the
have,
mangroves. Good.
I,
Good.
I, I have, and really enjoy it.
Okay, super. Thank you again so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it. I hope it gets the word out. And if you'd like more information about Dr. Steve Davis and the Everglades Foundation, You can visit www.everglades, everglades.org. And please don't forget to visit yinyogalifestyle.com and subscribe to our newsletter. You can join daily live online yoga and meditation classes, and you can also find free yin yoga videos on our site. And if you're interested in joining us on Yin Yoga Lifestyle, you get your first class for free, as always. You can even visit our Yin Yoga Lifestyle store and support the environment. And with every purchase, you are supporting the environment. And if you're interested in giving the gift of wellness to someone special, please consider a customized Yin Yoga Lifestyle gift certificate. Just visit our website for more information. Thanks again, Dr. Davis, for being on the show. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, listeners, for joining in Yoga Lifestyle, adding enlightenment, calm, balance, and creativity to your everyday life. I am your host, Colette Darville. Join us next time to continue our journey of balancing into a state of perfect harmony. Until then, this is Colette Darville, reminding you to inhale, sow, and exhale, hum.